Hello everyone, I'm CrypticFox, and welcome back to another Thursday night with Oxygen Not Included. We're of course back with the inescapable space prison, and one moment I have to cough. Ooh, how's that for a start? Welcome everybody, we're on cycle 619 here with our colony. And of course we've been focusing on doing some rocket research and things. And we managed to launch the rocket a couple times into space. We even have one that's on its way to the second planet out, and I just noticed that my plants are stifling a bit. So we have a rocket headed out to the second planet that's out in the solar system or the galaxy or whatever you care to call it in the context of this game. But we're working on getting some research back so that we can work on unlocking some more of the rocketry upgrade, and that will of course give us different fuel engines stuff that we can use. So the big one I'm trying to get to is the petroleum engine because. You know, it's sort of the next phase up from the steam engine we've been working on with the rocket. But down here we have, of course, our duplicates all doing relatively okay, except I do see that things are not going entirely the way I would like it to. Growth halted because of fertilization. How about we ran out of slime? I never thought I would see the day. Well, at least not anytime soon. That we would run out of slime for our mushrooms. And apparently we did, so I should probably take care of that a little bit. And then up here I can see that we have our bristle blossoms body temperature again, which tells me that the water over here we were using as a heat sink has probably heated up a bit. Yeah, you can say a little. Well, that worked as a fabulous heat sink for a very short time. And now it's not. Now I kind of wish I still had the piping up here. So we're going to have to fix that. In the context of what we're going to do tonight, of course, we'll have to try to sort that out. But in the meantime, we're also working on our rocket and getting it out to get some of that research. So we have our rocket currently. It's only 13% of the way. But it's on the way out to this metallic asteroid to do some additional research. We don't yet have stuff unlocked so we can bring things back, which is ultimately what I would like it to do. So that we can sort of get some of those other things. Like on this one here, there's niobium, for example, that we can bring back that lets us make thermium, which is like super heat-resistant metals. And that would be really handy, particularly up here with our fancy steam generation system, which is apparently not working at high power right now. Probably because we have 13 kilograms of steam in here right now. it's kind of balanced out right now. It needs a pressure difference for this to work. But nevertheless, when the rocket comes back, we have all kinds of steam to repower it. Down here we have like 38 kilograms per tile of steam that we can pump into it. So lots of stuff we can work with there. That'll help us refuel the rocket. This guy's over here is restarted. So far, everything up here I think is going okay. I'm going to have to try and keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on that rocket. So that I notice when it's coming back this time. Because last time we didn't open up the doors in time, and that kind of smashed its way through. Sort of cost us some extra steel. Was kind of a huge pain. But we got it all fixed. Nevertheless, the colony is still surviving and doing well. Got lots of food and stuff, lots of oxygen, so I think we'll do okay. Hey CrypticFox, love your Oni vids. I really want to watch your live stream, but hate to miss watching a single cycle of it. I will watch all the previous stream vid before I catch up. On your next Oni stream, have fun, dupes. Alright. Thanks so much. Thanks for popping into the stream as well. I like watching your videos and all of your Farming Simulator 19. Yeah, I'm actually really enjoying Farming Simulator 19. It hasn't really picked up too much yet. Not a ton of people are really super focused on it, but I've been enjoying it so far. All right, we're gonna dig a little more slime out over here just because we have it available. I don't think we can reach some of that, but that's okay. We'll dig this out too. Try to help our mushrooms grow a little bit. We're not really pressed for food at this point. I mean, we have almost 1 million kilocalories, so you know, we're relatively okay there. This thing I actually need to disable because it's consuming excess power that I don't really need it to. We did go ahead and move our oxalite refinery up top here so that we could use it to fuel up our thruster, get a little additional boost to our rocket distance and stuff. So we'll see how all that goes when it comes back. All right, so down here, let's try and take a look at this heat issue again. I feel like I spend an inordinate amount of time dealing with this heat problem. It's kind of frustrating. We're not even using the thermonullifier anymore because it's got the temperature up here down to like a -32. So I'm thinking what I might want to do I kind of want to create a loop. Like, take some of this stuff, send it up here to cool it, and send it back down. Try to recool the water using the thermonullifier. This whole system's brutal. Like, the radiant, the metal refinery, unfortunately, is just such a heat producer. It's done a fabulous job of overheating everything. The temp shift plate worked really well for cooling out this space a little bit. We actually sunk a lot of the heat into the water, but now that the water's heating up, it's kind of the reverse problem. Still Snow, thanks for the super chat. Hi Fox, just catching you at lunch. Welcome to the stream, Still Snow. Thanks for the super chat, appreciate it. All right, let's how do I want to tackle this particular problem? I'm thinking what I might want to do. Yeah, that's all oil there. I might pump some of the water out through piping, send it up here to cool it, and then send it back down. And then maybe what we could do is like grab the water from the hottest area, pump it out, and then send cold water back in, maybe? Just gotta watch that the water doesn't freeze in the pipe. I mean, that could be a bit of an issue. Move the oxygen or the metal refinery. Well, this thing's not really that big of a deal. It's okay. I mean, it's warm in here, but it doesn't really cause a lot of heat issues outside. It's this metal refinery, and maybe we really should just move it. Send it maybe down here somewhere. The trouble is that I have a really good cooling mechanism for it up there, and that even though this water's heating up, the contents of the oil are still coming out of here at a good temperature. So it's acting as a good heat sink for the system. So like the water up here, the oil up here is only like 30 degrees. Which is significantly better than like the 200 degrees it goes in there at. So what to do? There's another thermonullifier. Oh my gosh, we've got so many of them. There's at least 3. 3 thermonullifiers. I don't know what I want to do with that. I've got to do something though, because I can't let this keep getting stifled up here. Let's check our water flows. Okay, so the incoming water from the geyser is coming down here, gets cooled off, comes back, feeds up into our garden area. So maybe we should try to leverage the cold biome down here again. I kind of haven't been using this one too much, but maybe we should be cooling our water separately so that I don't have to care about the temperature in here at all. Now we had a second line go. Okay, this line here is our second feeder line. It was based off of this water. So maybe I can just we'll send a water pipe down. Man, there's a lot of pipes down here. This is kind of a nuisance. If we send this water pipe down, we can connect it right here. That will take it into the cooling loop that we had set up down here, which will naturally feed it back in. And that way we're only building a small extension to the pipe. And then I can sever it here, and we'll start cooling our water through a different cold area instead. Like this down here is, well, it's like 8 degrees, so I don't know if it's going to be enough to actually cool it off. We might have to extend our radiant pipe down closer to the thermonullifier that's down here, but at least that way we can take it completely out of the hands of what's going on over here, and then I don't have to care. I still think this huge pool of water was a great resource for a while, but I mean, by the time we're getting this far into cycles, things are starting to heat up in general. Fox complains about heat problems, is not using the EETN literally 2 feet over. Well, literally not 2 feet over, and it literally was being used, and we literally overheated the cold biome, and then we literally had to change it all so we could literally put it in the water instead. I have been using it. We're not using it now. We were using this, though. And it got to the point where this thing couldn't even keep up. This entire biome was turning all red. So I changed it around to sink the heat into the water instead. It's just this caught up, unfortunately. The water is all warmed up now. It was going to happen eventually. Sadly, it just happened faster than I would have liked it to. I'm going to extend the pipe down here a little bit. The water's going to come in here pretty hot, so let's extend this down a little bit. Oops, that's not what I want to do. Cancel that. We'll send it down by this thermonullifier. And then we'll actually need to deconstruct this. Because we gotta get rid of the little joint piece here. Fire pole! We don't want to deconstruct the fire pole. We want that still there. It's the radiant liquid pipe we want to get rid of. There we go. Alright, minions. Go do your minion-y type work stuff. Can't you just put the refinery inside a vacuum room? Yeah, we could theoretically do that also. So if we built this up and then put some sort of a pump in here to extract all the air out. What are the outputs on this thing? It's really just the liquid coming off of it. The trouble I'm going to have is the way I have a real wide variety of stuff going on here. All right, well let's try that out. We'll see how that works out. Let's we'll take some insulation here. We'll try to put this inside of a vacuum room. Can't build there, unfortunately, because I have the temperature plate. We're gonna need to deconstruct that. We'll throw a door on here, which we can't do because the heavy watt wire. That's good times. All right, this needs to be deconstructed. We'll throw in. My only, my primary concern with putting it in a vacuum is that it doesn't let any heat off the machine. So I'm curious to see if it will just like melt itself down. Inquiring minds want to know. We'll find out soon enough. Oh man, that heavy wire there too. All right, deconstruct that also. Stop bullying your minions. I can't. They're just too bullyable. Do they have the new critter sensors yet, or do you have to make a new colony for that? I'm not playing with the stuff that's in the. I literally almost just spit out my cereal. All right. Hi, New Soul Sam. Thanks for the super chat. I don't know about the. See, in this particular game, we didn't build a new colony when we started working on this particular upgrade. So things like the shove bowl and what have you aren't in there, and I haven't seen any critter sensors, so I don't know about that. Deconstruct these. How am I gonna get my duplicates over this stuff? I guess I can send them up the ladder over here instead. Okay, and we're gonna build like right across here. Actually, I need this to be high enough that we can get a pump in here. This is gonna be really messy for a bit. Please stop streaming by 9 p.m. My mom is mad at me for staying up, please. Sorry, Brian, I really can't. The only time I can stream, really, for the most part, is at night. I mean, I did stream this morning, but that was kind of an exception. I normally can't do that. I happen to have the day off work today. But otherwise, I pretty much always stream at 10 p.m. Eastern time, which is after work and after all the stuff with the family and all that kind of stuff. Hi, brother. Nice to be here. Hey, Andrew. How you doing? Yes, machines in a vacuum will eventually build heat eventually. I've had thermium stuff on me that way. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's tricky, right? So you're kind of darned if you do and darned if you don't. If you put them in a vacuum, all the heat that's in the machine stays trapped there. But this does have its own coolant, so maybe we'll get lucky. Because we're sending the coolant into the water down below here. Now, granted, the water's hot now. So we still need to redirect. We still need to redirect what we're doing with the cooling for our other water supply. Try to solve for that. Okay, this needs to be radiant piping. Actually, it doesn't need to be radiant. We'll just put regular pipe in. It doesn't really matter. Tiny little segment of it's not going to hurt anything. Is it worth it to do all that with the oil refinery? Well, this is the unfortunately this is the metal refinery. So I have my oil refinery all over here. This is where we were refining our oil and stuff, and this actually worked quite well. No issues at all with this. That went really good. The metal refinery's issue is just that it produces so much heat. If I had been planning a little bit farther ahead, I probably should have put the metal refinery down here, where the heat that it's going to produce isn't really a big issue for me, because I don't really care if this whole cold biome gets killed off. I'm not doing anything else with it. But this one I had other stuff going on, so I probably should have put it down below and separated them. And I think if I had to go back and rebuild this all again later, I would definitely build my metal refinery down there, just to try to keep it isolated. But we're going to do a little experiment here and see what happens with creating a vacuum space in here. I have a feeling it'll just end up overheating itself, and then we'll have a different problem. But we shall find out. I can't build this in here. Well, that's good times. Built all this back wall. I gotta get rid of it all. Thermium. Yeah, I figured you were talking about the thermium stuff breaking on you, yeah. Mom walks in and says, "What's going on here?" Sorry, buddy. I'm not trying to get you in trouble. This is just when I can stream. The hard part is we really do need the metal refiner because we need the steel. I should have planned a little bit further ahead in where I was putting it and just put it somewhere separate. We have, we even have other cold biomes. It's just, I'd have to go through the trouble of pumping the oil back in there again, which becomes kind of a nuisance to try to solve for that. And we still have bottles of oil laying around from the last time I did that. I mean, this one's relatively close. We probably could do it here. Set it up down here kind of thing. It's minus 9 degrees currently, but that would get hot really, really quick. We'll try this vacuum thing just to see what happens. I'm almost positive it's going to wind up breaking. I don't think I can fit a pump there. Almost positive it's going to break, but we'll give it a whirl. This room needs to be taller. It's got to be taller. Oh, wait, I can't make a vacuum here. What am I thinking? Because in order to use the metal refiner, we have to go in and out of the room. So you can never have it in a vacuum. Unless I have a CO2 gap, but it's all CO2, so I don't think I can create a little bottleneck there. We could do a water lock, I guess, instead of this lock. You know what? This is far too much work. Forget it. We're gonna relocate it. I'm tired of doing all this work to get it working. We'll do it down here. We're 600 cycles in. I guess I should just bite the bullet and oh wait, if I do that, I just redirected all my water cooling. Doh. Decisions. Yeah, let's move it. We'll keep our water cooling up here for now. And I'm going to redirect that to make use of the thermonullifier too, since this all warmed up on me. But we'll set up a platform down here that we can build our fancy stuff on. Should I insulate the floor on this thing? I don't think I should. I think we should go with maybe metal tile. No, we'll use regular tile. We'll build the floor right in here. This will be our new place for our metal refinery. And if I build a little wall down here, then I think with the heat that this is going to produce, it will melt what's down here. We'll end up with some water, and we can use that for a little bit of cooling. Do it. Make your dreams a reality. Just do it. We all know you don't plan. It's okay. I plan early. It's just, it's one of those things. What's that quote that Mike Tyson used to say? You go into every fight with a plan, but the plan goes right out the window the first time you get punched in the face. All right. Get to work, my little dream team. Where are you going? Oh, he's getting coal. All right, good. You can do that. It's acceptable. It's going to take them a while to get to this. Oh, you know what? It's going to take them a long time if I don't actually give them a way to reach it. There we go. That's a good idea to move it. Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see how it all turns out. part of the reason I didn't want to move it is because it's just such a pain to loop the oil up and get it into that little cooling cycle and then have to like sever it all off. But since I already have a supply line down here, I could be drawing in some of the oil that's down below here. We unfortunately have a lot of water down here too, but so it shouldn't be too much of a stretch to pump some coolant up here. In our refinement, we're going to need just the metal refinery. I think I'll leave the other stuff up there for now. We'll see how this goes. Alright, so plumbing. Our output is going to go down here. And we'll switch it to radiant metal pipes. I'm going to need a ladder in here, unfortunately, to reach all this stuff. Radiant metal pipes, we'll make those out of gold, I guess. No, we're going to create a little bit of a cooling coil down here. It's not going to be great, because it's only going to be a little bit of water, so it is ultimately going to heat up pretty quick. We'll send it back up here. Into that input. I'll need a ladder over here to be able to reach it. And I should actually make, now that I think of it, where's my building? These pieces here we're going to make out of mesh tile because there's going to be water that's going to fall from above and we're going to want that to go down here. So we'll just make that out of wolframite, I guess. There we go. If you build an insulated room around the hydrogen cooler, you can start cooling the water faster. Yeah, so I was sort of just using this a little bit to keep the general area around things cold, but it's actually, it's getting blocked by some of the stuff that's down here already. Oh, we brought down tiles that are hot already. See, now this is right close to our water, so we might, if I swap some of this up for metal tile, I wonder if I would get the heat conductivity a little better. I could put, we could use some temp shift plates here made out of diamond. Do the same thing on this side. And then swap out some of these tiles for metal tiles, and then we can cool our water on the other side. Take advantage of that to cool off things a little bit there. Your minions do everything for you? Oh, sure they do. I just point them where to go. They even go to their death sometimes. Much to my chagrin. They're very loyal. Insofar as they can be. Alright, this is going to produce more water when the stuff melts up here, so I'm just going to block that off. Just send the oil to a refinery and destroy the heat. The hard part about that is if I send it off to the refinery, I have to have a constant incoming flow of oil. And that gets to be a pain. Good idea, Visco Gel airlock. Oh wait, limited rocket range. Next! Yeah, it's going to take a little bit. Love CF plans. If people didn't see the Farm Simulator log cutting plan this morning, I highly recommend watching it. Oh no, yeah. That would be an example of a plan that went perfectly. If you didn't watch the stream this morning, I played some Farming Simulator 19, and I decided that I was going to clear out an area of trees so that I could build a place to have cattle, because I kind of want to have cattle on my farm. Let's just say that the log cutting and the management of the logs once they're cut is a lot more challenging than I anticipated. It was kind of a hot mess. Okay, this stuff here is going to melt, so I really should create a bridge here before it does. Actually, go like this. Give myself a means to get out of here before this melts on me. I also should actually recover all the coal that's down here. It's kind of going to waste right now. Oh, this lovely coal. Okay, our rocket is 85% of the way. Let's go open that door before I forget. Please tell me all the wires are still connected. Hello? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No, I can't open the door. What's going on? Where's the automation wire? Oh, yep, definitely not connected. Well, I probably should have checked that. That is going to represent a minor... Uh-oh. I can't open the doors, which means if we don't get this built fast enough, the rocket is going to plow through our doors again, and we're going to have to rebuild the doors. Let's put a priority 8 on that, shall we? Probably should put priority 8 on this, too. Work quickly, duplicants. If you don't get the work done, the rocket's going to smash through on you. That's not good. This poor thing's already a wreck. It's like your minions are robots. You just set them to supersonic mode. Yeah, pretty much. Like, work fast, duplicates. Work fast. What do you think about the rocket they added to the game? You think it's handy, worth building? I think it's worth building because I have fun with it. Could you build a colony that survives completely by ignoring the rockets? Absolutely. You could build your colony up and just focus everything on automation, making stuff efficient, conserving resources, creating a circle of supply so that stuff works better, and just completely skip the rockets and probably be happier if that's your thing. I just happen to really like the rockets because I think it's some cool late game stuff for you to focus on, to build. That's kind of a challenge, and it's just fun to play around with. But you don't need the rockets. It's just kind of fun. There are a lot of things you can get in this game that are relatively renewable if you plan ahead enough. Like if you make use of the ranches and stuff to produce some of the materials. If you don't go crazy with the number of duplicates that you have. If you get lucky with some of the geysers that are in your colony, that kind of stuff. For me, the rockets are just fun. I like building them and launching them, and I want to go farther and farther with them. I want to make this massive rocket that goes like way out into the middle of nowhere in space. Not because we have to, but just because we theoretically can. I say theoretically because, frankly, a lot of my plans lately have kind of gone awry, but... 9 those wires. Well, the difference between 8 and 9 is not really a significant difference. But we'll bump it up anyway. Where's that rocket? 96%. There's no way they're getting this thing built in time for the doors to open. Move quickly, buddy. Go fast. The one door's going to open and block them. Well, we got one door open. No, they can still run across it. All right. No. Well, that sucks. I didn't realize they were just going to run across the opening. I would have left the door open. I could have saved at least one door. Oh, there we go. There we go. When it comes in, it's going to melt the wires down again. But in the meantime, Houston, we have stuff. Now this is broken too. Oh man. We can't extend the gantry here. Not surprising, because when that thruster goes through, it produces crazy heat. It basically liquefied the gold that was there. But this is a sub-priority 8 too. Okay, the rocket should be back any moment now. We still have a pretty decent supply of steam to refill it with too, which is good. Isn't that the fun of the game, to have fun with anything that playing with explosive rockets? Yeah, I mean, hooray, we did it. Ooh, and it didn't melt stuff down. Oh, because I guess the thruster doesn't run on the way in. That's good. Our astronaut is trapped in there until they built this walkway to get the gantry open. But we have steam. Let's turn... Actually, let's just double check that all of our piping and stuff is still good. That's good. Nothing's blocked. We can start pumping steam in. So that's running. Where else is our steam coming from? Stuff we had in the pipe there. This one can be turned on. Get steam out of there. We'll get this thing fueled up in no time. They got the research, so they can focus on that. Actually, what do we even have them working on research-wise now? How far along are they? Oh yeah, that's that. Okay. They're working on solid cargoes right now. We're going to try and bring back some of that niobium so that we can make thermium, which is a little more heat resistant. If you cancel the build of the door, would you get the materials back? Yeah, they drop on the ground, and then you can pick them up and use them, obviously. We got, I think it must be Voltron we have on the rocket right now. Actually, let's check our jobs. We should be able to promote some more people to astronaut soon. No. It was Space Cadet I was going for. We have a couple people getting close. We can move Brittany up here. We can move up NASA and Phase. There we go. We have Live Epically, an electrical engineer, but let's put them at... actually, let's make sure he can actually use a spacesuit. So put Live Epically down here. Ooh, he's already done that. What about this job? He's already done that. Have you done this job? There we go. Okay, so he can use a spacesuit. We have Sibylline at the plumber job. Now, I put her over here specifically because I wanted some pipes emptied, but that's not really a consideration now. So let's move Sibylline up here. Nice. Getting all these people getting all ready to use the exosuits a little more effectively. So that's good. Bunker doors aren't open until they're completely open. Oh, yeah, so they can kind of run on them a tiny bit. Let's close this off. Or I could do it the right way. There we go. Oop, they fixed the gantry. It's funny this is sort of blackened out a little bit. Command capsule unassigned. Ah! No! Ah. Well, that's a problem. Everything we just did just got undone. One black hole away. Check out this fancy artwork my daughter made. She made this my new wallpaper on my desk. All right. I wonder how much we lost. When am I going to make a mid on Car Mechanic Simulator? I actually was in the middle of recording it. I have like 20 minutes left to finish recording on it. I couldn't get it done today, unfortunately. So soon. R.I.P. Darn black hole. Close the doors. The issue was I clicked on the rocket and it didn't like it. It was kind of darkened out, almost like, I don't know. it was darkened out like something that doesn't work. And truth be told, when I clicked on it, it didn't work. So I guess it was pretty accurate. The rocket isn't damaged by asteroids. You can conceivably put a robo-miner at the bottom to help keep it. Yeah, if I had put like bunker tile at the bottom, you're right, I could. And then just have robo-miners down here. I just like the doors. They're not really even required. Oh. Well, isn't that a thing? We lost half our rocket. No. Are you kidding me? Okay, let's try going back a cycle. We'll just load a cycle sooner. Inescapable Space Prison cycle 623. Show me the rest of my rocket. No, for the art, but no for the game. BDS Empire with Super Chat. Nice artwork, Miss Foxling. Thanks, BDS Empire. I thought it was very cute. She likes to sit and draw things on Microsoft Paint. Too much Hawking radiation. Yeah. Do the dupes have any sort of limit for them being in the rockets? Send one up, it comes back, it stays in the rocket as you refuel, you relaunch immediately. Yeah, you can pretty much leave them in there. I think it's like being in a black hole. Sort of like what ate our rocket. They're in the game, but not in the game. So it's like they're almost like in a stasis state. And I think you can leave them in there. I like to take them out when I'm refueling and stuff because I can use them for other things. They can run around and do other cleanup jobs and stuff. But I'm pretty sure you can just leave them there. I hope our game isn't, like, totally euchred here. Wow, see-through rocket. How interesting. I clicked on it. It was said vacuum. It wasn't recognized a rocket there at all. I think our game might have died. Still loading. Oh. Hello? Okay, stuff's happening. That's what the problem is. The rocket's not really there. It shows the steam engine here, but the rocket's not actually here. It's still in space. So we'll see what happens. We'll play it out. We'll see what happens. We have this fancy wiring opportunity again. We'll throw in some gold automation wire. We'll build this in. Connect all this up. Put a sub-party 8 on all this building junk. We'll see what happens when the rocket comes back this time. Like, this engine's here, but not here. Yeah, the steam and everything's not moving at all. We'll see what happens when the rocket lands. I'm really curious. It might cause some problems. Notice that my command capsule bug in my game. If you look closely where the capsule of a launched rocket would be, there's some text hanging there. Just, oh yeah. Yeah, it says rocket. Rocket. I don't know. We'll see. It's kind of weird, but hopefully it'll sort itself out. If not, we're gonna have some interesting times. Fill it up with steam to be ready when it comes back. Oh, we've got steam, all right. We have like steam. Oh, this here, yeah, we can't. It doesn't seem to be moving anything into it. It's like it's there but not there. There's no movement. So I'm hoping when it comes back, it will just sort of phase into place. I wonder if I can. Oh, it's got 900 kilograms of steam in it. Okay, now I don't know what's going to happen. Let's try and take out the recent upgrade. I haven't tried playing anything in the beta branch, unfortunately, so I don't know. I didn't want to swap my game over because we're so many cycles in. If I... Uh-oh. Oftentimes when tile goes clear, like goes that whitish color like that, when you're playing in debug mode, it's there but not there. I'm not sure what's going to happen. I haven't played in the beta branch at all this time, just because if we swap the game over, they have logging that takes place in the background, and we'll get so much lag we can't even play this colony anymore. It's too big. Oh. Now this broke. Well, doesn't that stink? Isn't that special? Launch the invisible rocket. We can't. There's nothing left here. This one's 88% of the way back. We'll see what happens when it comes back in. We might have a problem. We shall see. I actually should go and I don't think I've even read the patch notes for the latest upgrade. Mostly because it's all just efficiency stuff, so I didn't really pay a ton of attention to it. But I heard there are some quality of life improvements that might be kind of neat. Sorry, Raid Strike. This is actually recorded, and so was that statement anticipating your presence. Houston, we have a problem. It's the Schrodinger's cat of rockets, that's right. Is it dead? Is it not dead? We don't know. We gotta look in the box, but we can't, because the box is missing. Is that your boat? Whose boat is that? It's a relief that the rocket's not gone, but when it lands, it might glitch out. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, it might, because this rocket engine is going to exist in two places at the same time. We'll just have to see what happens, I guess. I don't know. I just don't know. I'm actually really curious to see what's going to happen when it lands now. They tweaked the logging too, supposedly less intrusive, so it's laggy now. Oh, okay. The hard part is if I switch over to the beta branch, this save will switch over, and then I can't go back. Which would mean we'd be stuck like starting a whole new colony again. Dude, are you Moon Moon's brother? You even talk like him. Nope, I have no idea who that is. Sorry. Hey, Sion, you're about 45 minutes late. We started about 45 minutes ago. I hear that you can fix the problem with molten copper. What's in the box? Schrodinger's box, then. Yeah. I might be able to deconstruct the well, this one's not invisible. It's visible, but it's also full of 900 kilograms of steam. Yeah, well, maybe we can deconstruct it. Might get some steel out of it, and then we'll see the new rocket. It would be really funny if the new rocket came back without the steam engine. We'll see what happens. I don't think I'm going to have time to deconstruct this. Oh, no, it's like 99%. Better cancel this, just in case I don't want them breaking the real engine. Schrodinger should have used a glass box. I suppose so, right? But then he wouldn't have a whole paradox. Our game's so toast. Well, it didn't superimpose. We seem to have lost our thruster. What's gonna happen if I click on the shuttle capsule, like the command capsule again? This is not gonna go well. I think when we click on this, then a black hole is gonna eat our colony again. It looks like it's pretty thoroughly messed up. Pretty messed up. All right, doors closed. All right. Well, it didn't crash. I don't know where our thruster went. It's still technically here, but it's not because it's like supporting everything up. I don't know. Let's build a new one. Well, it'll let me. I guess that's something. Unfortunately, I have to completely refuel it, but we're gonna have to anyway, I guess. So in the end, it just basically costs us a little extra steel, and then hopefully everything will still go all right. Oh, that's what caused the crash. We can't click on the astronaut, which means we can't switch pilots. Do. This might be a lost save. What's the weight of the rocket? I'm not sure. Have to check. Ongoing bug with rocket parts being destroyed. Yeah, it's kind of messy. Excuse me, Rocket, you seem to have lost your pants. CrypticFox, ban me from chat. Okay. Ask and you shall receive. Just start again from cycle 619. Well, I don't know if it's going to make a difference, right? Like, deconstruct the capsule. We could try that. That might work. Let's let the rocket land. We'll let the rocket land. We'll deconstruct the command capsule, and we'll see if that helps recover anything. If not, this might be a lost cause. Go back a few cycles and deconstruct it. Really curious now. Well, it comes back without the engine. If I deconstruct this, I think it just won't have an engine. I don't know what's gonna happen. You can deconstruct the capsule without crashing in the beta build. Okay, we'll try that then. Yes, people are weird. I 100% agree with you. We could break down the whole rocket maybe and rebuild it from scratch. I mean, we would get all the steel back, so I guess that's not that big of a deal. Let's go down and check out what's going on with our metal refinery in the meantime. This is all started, so that's good. We're gonna need a little offshoot for some oil. All right, we'll feed some oil in this way. Hopefully this will work, because it's going to be from two different directions. And then basically all I wanted to do is send out a loop of oil down here, and then I can sever this, and it'll use whatever oil's in that pipeline as its coolant. I lost a lot of water in here, unfortunately. Lots of water, which is funny because we didn't actually really do anything with the water down there. So we're not going to have much of a heat sink here initially. I needed some of the stuff from up here to melt and kind of drop down into here. We shall see. Silence is like CrypticFox box. Will it still stand with no engine? Do it for science. All right, we'll do it for science. Oh, it's back already. All right, we won't do that. Let's close this off. And then we'll deconstruct the module, and we'll see what happens. I wonder if we lost Voltron. I wonder if the duplicate will reappear. If we deconstruct the module, are they still there, or are they gone? Who knows? Well, I think we lost Voltron. I think Voltron was swallowed by the void of space, and I think our colony might be toast. Oh, buggy, buggy, bug. Well, there's no point continuing to report the same bug. If your save was completely dysfunctional, it was a total loss scenario. I was about to say that you've officially become a professional game breaker. Yep. I think we're going to start a new colony. Oh, you know what I should do is I'll set this up on the beta branch. And we can try out some of the beta branch stuff. Because I made a point of not playing the beta branch specifically because that colony was so far along. That's the longest running colony we've ever had. I've always reset them at like 200 because we end up getting to the point where a new update comes out, and I always want to play the new update. So quality of life testing is the one we're going to snag here. It should only take a moment for it to update. See how that goes. Turn on sandbox first. If you do a sandbox, it sets the whole game up for sandbox. It saves like a copy of it stuff, but maybe Voltron brought back the black hole. Maybe Voltron contracted some sort of a space disease, and when they returned back to our asteroid, things happened poorly. She decided to eject herself from the rocket before landing because she was concerned about contaminating the other duplicants, but it was no good. The germs were still on the rocket. She brought them back, and the whole save died. Grab the other colony you started and port it to the beta. Oh, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. That was the almost inescapable space prison. We can continue that one. Can't wait to see all the new paintings. Oh my gosh, there's new paintings and statues. I really should go read patch notes. Honestly, this is the first time they've had an update in this game where I haven't gone and read the patch notes because I had no intention of playing it right away. Failed to create device file. 2 systems cannot find the file specified. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. Is this one broken too? Possibly temporary space prison. We'll load this puppy up. See how it goes. Is it possible to try relaunching the rocket? I don't know how they work. Yeah, technically if we refueled it, we could try relaunching it. Starting a new colony is never a bad thing. I've started so many new colonies. Oh, right. Oh, I forgot this colony. We have a bunch of flatulent dupes just farting up the joint. I entirely forget where we were in this one. We have a anti-entropy thermal nullifier down here. We have lots of sleet wheat by the looks of it. What else do we have in here? This was the colony we created as a bridge point when we were waiting for the beta stuff to go live, so we could go back to the colony we had in progress. We have an oxygen system up top that's supplying oxygen. It's got its own dedicated pool of water. We haven't really expanded very far in this one. And it looks like we have a couple of spare beds, which means... Oh, we also have 25 duplicates. Oh, yeah. I was just taking every duplicate that appeared. Oxygen's good. Food is not so great. All right, we got some work to do. Sorry, I don't remember that bit either. Oh, you let the power go to your hero pushing minions in. It went to my head. And the power went to my head, and the duplicates crashed the colony. They rose up and rebelled. I don't need this. We can deconstruct this thing. I don't know. Should we continue this? Okay, let's do a vote. Should we continue this colony that we already started that has 25 duplicates in it and just press on, or should we start a new colony from scratch? So, vote 1 if you want to continue with this colony. Just type a 1 in the chat, or vote 2. Actually, there's a way to do polls on this thing, isn't there? How do I do a poll? I have no idea how to do a poll. So put one in the chat if you want to continue with this colony. 2 in the chat if you want to start a brand new colony from scratch. In the meantime, I'll try to figure out if there's a way that I can do polls here. I think there is. Add insertion, broadcasting stuff. All right, we've got a 1, a 2, a 1, a 1, a 2, a 2, a 2, a 2, a 1, 2, 2. Man, actually, it's fairly split. Oh, now we're getting a lot of 2s. A lot of 2s for new colony. New colony, you get the new plants. Oh, that cinches it. We want all the new stuff. If we take this one, we're not going to have it. We're not going to have the new stuff that if there's new plants and stuff. So, okay, we're going with a new colony by the looks of it. There's a lot, although some people are voting more than once. You're confusing the poll. All right, fine. Let's build a brand new colony from scratch. We can see what all the new stuff is. Main menu. This turned into a really weird stream tonight because normally I try to get just progress forward the whole time, but this is kind of a hot mess. All right, start game. Straw poll. Yeah, but I thought there was a way actually to do polls like right in the chat on YouTube. Maybe I'm thinking. You know what I think? I think I'm thinking of the community tab. There's stuff there. John, you won't be able to paste in links. It just blocks them. New colony gets new plants. What? New plants? I don't know what the new plants are. I haven't read the patch notes because I'm super smart. +3 learning. Plus, let's get some people in here with the good learnings, good brains and stuffs. We want brains. All right, that's pretty good. Passive. Oh, that's actually a really good one. Okay, so we have a learning dude. We want somebody who's good at, I don't know. It doesn't really matter. These. I came to realize that these don't really matter all that much. The learning's pretty handy because they pick up traits and stuff quick. If they're strong, then they can carry a lot of stuff, which is kind of nice. Construction, kindness, ranching, tinkering, cooking. All right, strength, yokel. Sure. Can't perform research, but that's okay. It's got to cook. +3 cooking, farming, kindness, tinkering, narcoleptic. Whatever. Fine. The anti-gravity base. We also do need to name this thing. So I need 3 people that want to be in the colony. Who wants to join? Actually, we'll grab New Soul Sam. Thank you for the super chat earlier. So New Soul Sam will be this duplicate. This one can be Still Snow. And this will be BDS Empire. Okay, perfect. But we need a name for the colony. What should we call this colony? Normally, I just let it sort of pick its own names and stuff. We can sort of cycle through. But if you guys have an idea for a colony name, and you can type it in the chat before I actually pick something randomly. The Needy Crater. I kind of like that one. Me, I want to be a dupe. Well, we're gonna bring in dupes. Don't worry. I always bring in a lot of duplicates. So there'll be an opportunity for people to come in. But this is gonna be the 3 we're gonna start with. Should restart the stream so you can rename it for people wanting to follow the colony? No, because if I shut it down, starting up a new stream again when you have them pre-scheduled, the Space Hamlet. Starting over again on YouTube is really a pain. All right, the Space Hamlet. That'll be our colony. Let's embark on a new mission. I'll update the description and I'll update the title and stuff. When it saves down. And I might even, well, I don't know if I should trim it or not. We'll see. Ooh, man, that's a big pool of water right there. We got a lot of water. I've never had that much water that close. So that's interesting. Let's check the guide. What are the new plants? I want to see these plant things. Diseases, elements, equipment, food. Guys, there's plants. Bomb lilies, briar bluff, bristle blossom, buddy bud. Aha. Database not found. It's a mystery. It's a mystery plant. Always wanted a mystery plant. And now we've got one. Now it's a mystery, though. I don't know what to do with it. So we have buddy buds. That's new. Gas grass was already there. Jumping Joya. That's new. Mirth leaf. That's new. Oh, my God. I had no idea there was all these new plants. I really got to read patch notes one of these days. That'll learn me. There's plants. New plants. Plants that do things. Things we don't know about, because they're all a mystery. New game, Black Hole ate my last colony. That's what I should have called it. That would have been a good one. Looks like an afraid face. Alright. Speed things up a little bit. Get these guys working. We need to build a toilet pronto. The trouble is, Normally, I would just build it off to the side, but... Okay, let's build a ladder up. This is gonna be a little weird. I've never had the water sitting like right on the same level like that before. We're gonna build a floor in here. This will be our first bathroom space. Oh, what's going on there? Work quickly, my duplicants. We need room for the bathroom before you pee all over my floor. No one likes pee on the floor. Well, almost no one. I'm sure somebody likes it, but not me. Mystery plants. Yeah, there's a bunch of them. No broccoli. Didn't like it. Yeah, I guess not. My other rocket is a Large Hadron Collider. That's right. We could have called the colony CERN. Look at this big patch of algae. Algae. They also had a handful of new decoration items, as well as tiles with carpets. What? Mind blown. See, this update I knew was going to be a lot about like quality of life kind of stuff, but I wasn't really expecting duplicate quality of life. That's amazing. Amazing. What am I going to do with all this water? That's a lot of water. Okay, let's go into the plumbing. We'll get some outhouses ready here. Let's start off with 2 outhouses for now. Oh, we're also going to need sinks, which means we're going to need to tap into a water supply over here, which I really am not all that thrilled about. I don't like tapping the water this close by, but we're going to need it. So we'll put a pitcher pump like right here. Oh, neat. It actually shows like a water line on it now. That's different. Interesting. I love when they add new stuff to the game. Yes, there's carpet and tile now, and marble. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's it. We're gonna have to build the duplicate Ritz-Carlton with carpeting, marble floors. So we're gonna have our functional colony area, where the colony is gonna do like the business of stuff. But then we need to build like a second separate colony area that's going to be like the Ritz-Carlton with like marble flooring and carpets and like bedroom suites and all that stuff. It's going to be a huge waste of resources. It'll be fun though. And someone's going to pee in they're going to pee in the water. Or pee on the floor rather. Is that a new plant with the Draco to the left? These are bomb lilies. And these are pinch of pepper plants. So no, these aren't new. Oh, this one is Mirthleaf. Mirthleaf sports a calm green hue known for alleviating stress and improving morale. Decor plus 15. So it's like a new plant maybe that we can put in the planters. So we, until now, we just had that briarleaf stuff, like this stuff here, the bluff briar. But now it looks like we can put Mirthleaf. And the bluff briar gives plus 26 decor, which is dramatically better. That's really weird. Bluff briars exude pheromones causing critters to view them as especially beautiful. Critters? Why would critters find them really beautiful? Weird. Hooray for giant waste of resources, the purpose of having swanky apartments. Hooray! It's like, well, we spent so much time focused on rockets last time. This time, let's just focus on duplicate happiness. Wonder if Mirthleaf makes tea? I don't know. I don't know. Now I'm curious about all kinds of things. Is there any new consumables? Well, we won't be able to tell right now. We just have like the basic stuff. But potentially. All right, somebody hurry up and make this thing before you guys pee on the floor. That would be really great. Put the sinks over here so we have lots of room. They don't really need to be in the bathroom anyway. So we can have the sinks outside of the bathroom. We'll get a pneumatic door in here. Get some fancy tile up here. Just as they finish the toilet. I knew that was going to happen. Oh, this is all different down here too. Please don't. Okay, just please clean up the mess before you like let it all in the water supply. You peed on the floor. Don't gripe at me. Honestly. These duplicates. They're like little kids. Improved decoration variety. The other thing you can give decor even in terrible industrial rooms. Oh, that's nice. So many cool things to look for. I love new things in the game. It's like my favorite. I kind of ignored the update, to be honest with you, because we were doing so much with the other update, or with the other colony, and I was so sure that there was like not much in this one because they were talking all about it being all like quality of life upgrades. Now I regret ignoring it. But that colony was going well. I mean, we had some really good rocket flight and stuff going on. We turned our duplicates into rocket men and women. It was awesome for a bit. Oh, I guess I can't reach that. Oh, wait, they could break that, but they couldn't build there. That's... all right, whatever. Deconstruct our ladder. Okay, so there is our fancy toilet area. Shabamo. It's not a room. How's that not a room? Oh, okay. We do have to have a wash station inside. My bad. Whoops. Yeah, black hole at the old colony, it was not cooperating. And granted, it was all around that rocket. We probably could have just completely ignored the rocket, but I feel like the whole point of having that colony was the rocket. So to not use it would have just felt weird and wrong somehow. Okay, we need a CO2 sink, because as it stands right now, we're just collecting all the CO2, and that's not good. Should conduct some scientific experiment respectively to see how the game works, focusing on figuring out other practical uses for the new stuff, like the decorative plant. Lol. Yeah, I'll do some toying around to see what the new stuff has in it. I usually do. Like I said, just this time around, I wasn't really anticipating anything that was actually game worthy to focus on, so I didn't bother. But now I regret it. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. This water's too close. We're gonna need metal, and all the metal is down here. So I guess we'll build a ladder down. This could be our CO2 well, I guess, since I need all this copper. Oh, wait a minute! Look at that. Hold the phone. It's got a counter that shows the size. So when you're figuring out, like, the size of your space that you want to dig out, instead of manually counting the tiles the way I've always done, you can instead just drag that out and it'll tell you. That's awesome. I'm so confused. Did you blow up the whole base? No, but the rocket was causing problems. So every time we clicked on the rocket, it would bug out and it said a black hole ate your colony. It's just like a bug kind of thing, but unfortunately, it does make playing it kind of a nuisance. So I let that colony go. We're starting a new one. So we can check out the new stuff that was in the most recent beta branch, which is still in beta branch currently. Yeah, when you're digging this little tile count, it's pretty awesome, right? I like that. Ooh, right up here we have a big pocket of iron ore. It'd be nice if we could keep some shine bugs alive this time. They always die off on me. Huge quality of life improvement. Yeah, see, it looks like they're focusing on those little things that it doesn't seem like much, but it could actually be a real nuisance sometimes trying to figure out like the sizing of rooms and stuff, because you're always manually counting the tiles, which is really kind of a pain. Nobody wants to do that all the time. So stuff like that, fairly minor tweak, but good for quality of life. I like that. This water here is going to present problems for me. When you're building pipes for air and water, it says how long it is, too. Oh, yeah? I don't have any that I can do yet because we have no research, but... Speaking of which, let's do some research. Throw a little... Oh, right. All the metal is down below. Wow. Well, we need that anyway. I guess we'll build that. Hopefully they can get to some copper soon. I guess I could build a ladder up here and we'll get this one. It's not like we're not going to need the algae. Why not play around during the stream, though? You can kind of sit back, kind of go back and forth with it. It's your stream. At least I wouldn't mind you doing that. I'd rather enjoy it anyways. Well, yeah. I mean, I guess. I don't know. I find though when I just build in creative mode, I'm usually building towards a purpose. So in terms of like just poking around like that, I don't know how entertaining that would be on a stream. Catching a giant bug is actually easier than it seems. No need for plastic lures. Just move the egg into a storage container. Yeah, as long as you find the eggs. Like up top here, we have some eggs. The trick will be, so this one here, for example, it's flying above water, so it'll never be able to lay an egg that can hatch, I don't think. So we gotta set this one free. Go free, little shine bug. Go free. There's a pebble in my boot. I think you've been saying that same thing for about an hour, X-Ray. What's going on with that? How about making all the water in one big storage? I think that will help. I usually do. I tend to collect the water towards the bottom of my colony, not because that's the best place for it, because I inevitably end up peeing in it, but just because gravity does all the work for me. I can just sort of dig around and let it all still sink down there. So that does tend to happen for me. I would probably be better sometimes to store, like put it in its own little box or whatever and try to keep it up somewhere where the duplicates can't pee in it. But the other thing that I like about moving it to the bottom is that it creates a whole area in the middle where there's nothing that blocks the movement of air. And I can get really good distribution of oxygen throughout the colony. Every time you have like something in the middle of it, like a box of water, that stops the way the gases move around effectively, and you end up with like blocking CO2 in places you don't want, and air concentrations aren't as good on the other side of the water, and all that kind of stuff. Shine bugs are actually good for eggs. 1 egg every 3 days if they're happy. Omelets. Yep, they are a good source of eggs. Probably. Yeah, if we dig out a big spot here, we can collect like all the water down here. Maybe we should just do that. I gotta get the copper and stuff out of here first, though. Because we need all this copper. Lots of copper over here, too. Copper, copper, copper. Can we build anything else yet? We can build a battery. We can charge the battery. No, it's cool. Look, we got 6 segments here. That's really awesome. I like that. Ventilation refinement. Stations. There we go. Throw a little research station in. We'll see if there's anything different in the research tree. That'd be neat. See, you're in the left in the water tank. What? Where? None there. None there. There's no urine. It's fine. It's all clean. It's all clean. There's no germs or anything. We're good. We didn't pee in the water, although I should put something on here just to prevent that from happening. Get a little more space here. I'm gonna deconstruct these tiles too. I like having a gap on the ladder that they can hop across because it allows for better movement of air. Can you briefly show the seed number? Yes, I can. Here's the seed number here. 6941146 is this seed, and I'll put that in the stream description too, assuming I remember it. Ooh, printer's entombed. Oh, it is too. No, no, we gotta let duplicates in. It's day 4. Oh, we could have had a duplicate in. I'm so observant. We're out of copper, and nobody's digging. Why is it? Oh, this. All right, hold the phone. That'll make it reachable. Good lord. No, you guys are throwing out my bets. Or taking bets on how long it would take me to notice it. Oh, yes, the pee in the water. Oh, this is not good. That's why I left it double wide. Ruh-roh. Well, I guess I'm gonna let it drain down here anyway. It doesn't really matter in the long run. As long as they dig fast. Because this isn't gonna hold for long. There's not a lot of water pressure here, but it will probably start leaking. Check our break cycles. 2 breakdown time, 3 sleeping. Alright. It's okay, we don't need new dupes. We always need new dupes. More dupes. 3 is not enough. We need like 20. Having a colony with like just a couple of dupes in it is just not all that entertaining for me anymore. I understand Law is just throwing some ideas and change things up a bit. because, you know, it's good to try some new stuff now and then. Just sort of, yeah, no, don't worry about it. I mean, if there's interest in it, then yeah, I'd do a game just like poking around in debug mode or something. It's funny though, the one time I did that, I did a stream where it was actually, I think, the start of the rocketry upgrade, because I wanted to play with the rockets. And I knew it was late game, so I didn't want to build all the way there because it takes a long time. So I did the stream the day that the update came out in beta branch to play around with all the rocket stuff and check it all out. And man, did I catch flack somebody about how I was cheating and yada yada yada. I was like, come on. No, the one time I do it, and I got somebody telling me I'm a big fat phony. You're a phony, a big fat phony. Deep Rock Galactic's 19th update recently launched today. Oh, was that today? Yeah, you did mention that it was coming out this week, right? Hold the phone. How about we cancel this right here before you dig it out from under your friend? Sneaky duplicants. Aha! Foiled your plan. Your evil, obnoxious plan. Why don't I just put a couple tiles on the side of the water and then deconstruct them? Dupes to go to copper? Because as soon as we put the tiles in, like, there's a certain amount of water that's gonna fall out of it. At this point, it doesn't really matter too much. I just want them to kind of collect it up a bit. I'll put some storage in here so we actually have a place to put it. That might be enough storage. We may need more. It's a good start to our storage needs. Not a phony, a fox, yeah. Make sure to keep the dupes away from the water. Well, I have it sort of blocked off, so they shouldn't pee in it directly. Enjoyed that first rocket stream. It was nice to see it all at once. Yeah, so did I. Like, it's one thing if you can pop into a game and in the course of starting a colony, you can see everything that's different. Like, hey, look, the research tree is all different, and this is all different. But it's another thing to actually play around with the stuff, and I don't know. It worked for me anyway. Needless to say, though, I got at least a couple of comments that weren't happy about it. Let's see. Basic farming. You know, let's do the jobs board stuff first. We will get that, and then we'll do the food afterwards. Let's go to our priorities. Who's our research fancy dude? Okay, I'll set this for all. Hold the phone. We don't want... Oh, actually, there's no polluted dirt yet. That's interesting. Nobody's cleaned the toilet. Ew, nobody's cleaned the toilet. Alright, that's fine. Copy settings. Let Fox spill water down, greater chance of it gets peed on. Well, my intention is to move all the water down there anyway. Just ignore those trolls. Wait, I'm a troll. Ruh-roh. We found out his horrible secret. He's a troll. Oh, look. It shows the progression. Did it show that before? It shows what you're working on and then how many points you've generated towards it without actually clicking in to see it. It could be that it showed that before and I just wasn't looking for it, but now I'm looking for new things. Hey, Sarah Boop. Yeah, we started a new colony because the black hole ate our last one. Dun, dun, dun. There are printing options now? Printing options. Inspect. I search my incoming message history and find a single entry. And move the odd message into my database. New database entry discovered. View entry. Evacuation notice. Encryption level none. Attention all Gravitas personnel. Evacuation protocol in effect. Reactor meltdown in bioengineering imminent. Remain calm and proceed to emergency exits. Do not attempt to use elevators. I want elevators. I want elevators. They don't give me elevators. I don't see any printing options though. I showed that before. Okay, yeah, I just wasn't paying attention, I guess. What are the moods above that I miss? We were playing with the other colony, and a rocket came back from a mission, and unfortunately, it was all bugged out. And my primary purpose in having that colony was because I wanted to play with the rockets. So, given the rockets weren't working, I was like, well, let's just start a new one. So we're checking out what's going on with the new beta branch, and seeing any kind of interesting stuff here. Don't store the shine bug eggs this time. Yeah. Let's, where are the eggs? Critter eggs. Let's not store any critter eggs right now. Make sure those are turned off so they can hatch. Otherwise, they turn into raw egg, and we don't really want to make shine bug omelets just yet. Work on some farming research. New lore! I love... Yeah, they're gradually adding more lore. It's not necessarily that they put in, like, a story. It's more like they've added all these lore segments that represent, like, that kind of flesh out the history of the game a little bit. Like, what's going on in the background. Which is kind of cool. It's like a story without, like, feeding you a story. I do like that. Let's do, my colony's gonna be like super lopsided this time. I think I could do like a kitchen or something over here. I'm gonna do farming in the main central area again because it's the place that stays so temperate for so long. Although it's already warm up here. Like down here would be better. If I started like right here with the farming, I think I'm gonna do that again. I'll take this space for our farming area just because it keeps the temperature so nicely. So we're going to need to actually move this research station because I'm going to convert this to farming as soon as we have that option. Change the name of some of the oxygen machines. They'll add a little blue cloud to the ones that make oxygen. Trying to make it easier for new players. Oh, that's good. Oh, yeah, look at that. Oh, those are cool. The artwork's nice. I like that. Wait, the ration box is new? That's weird. That's cool. I like all new stuff. I'm gonna put our compost in here. No, I'm not. I forgot. They changed it so the compost is like a bajillion degrees. We'll put the compost down here instead. Refinement, there we go. We'll keep the heat down there. I don't want it up top. More ladders for the basement, yeah. More ladders. Well, we're going to take the water and let it kind of flow this way. And then we'll take the water from here, we'll let it flow down too. So we'll try to put like our big storage water container down here. Where it's easily accessible to be peed in. And then that will solve all of our problems. We need a ladder down here. Hope they add some FTL DLC, like faster than light DLC. Is that what you're talking about? Duplicate time! Who wants to join this crazy new colony? Let's see who will survive. We have an anemic loud sleeper, a mouth breather, or a slow learner. I feel like the mouth breather is the one I'm going to go with. Even though, like, generally consuming more oxygen is not considered a good thing. Don't really like the negative traits of these other ones. Who wants to be Travoldo? No guarantees that any duplicate that arrives in our colony will ultimately survive, so just please be aware. Dupe, please make me ARPY. Alright. Welcome to the colony, RP. Print. Heat rises, you know. That's a good theory. Hypothermia no longer disables dupes. Okay. Oh, you guys are all too slow. Where'd I got a duplicate in now? Me, call me Mr. Cup Holder. Hey, BA Tycoon. How's it going? Dupe the Nightbot. Pick me, pick me. I'm a mouth breather due to years of strep. Oh my gosh, you guys are funny. Okay, oh, more research. Give me more. Give me more learnings. I needs more learnings. Alright, we can get farm tiles now without advanced research. I didn't really look at the early part of the research tree lately. Stuff kind of changed around a little bit. Oh, look at all this artistic stuff. We have blank canvas, tall blank canvas, wide blank canvas, ice block, marble block, metal block, small sculpting block, and a regular sculpting block. That's cool. Self-expression, textile loom, and jukebox. Those are considered self-expression now. Home luxuries, we have like plastic ladders and stuff. That's not really new. That's pretty cool. What's this? Canister filler. Neat. I'm so glad they added other artwork in. That's really cool. Again, it's like just this, like a small quality thing. Like it doesn't really have a fundamental shift in the game. It's just, it adds, it sort of expands on that novelty a little bit. I like that. Shine bug over the pool might be stuck. It might be. It's got an opening. It's not flying out of it. It's probably going to wind up dying because it doesn't have a place down here to lay its egg, and it's not moving around. We do have shine bugs up here, though. Lots of them. It's like Shine Bug Central. CO2 will come up when you let the water go there. It will a little bit, but... Oh, actually, we probably should set up some oxygen production. Where's my power overlay? Let's get some air in here. If we build up air pressure in here, it won't... The shift in CO2 won't really matter much. It's pretty far down there. And bear in mind, too, we're going to create a bunch of openings here that are going to... It'll be like a vacuum that can fill up space, so it's okay. Like 20 or 30 seconds behind on the stream. Well, usually the stream is like 30 to 45 seconds delayed, so... Did they add new art for the new frames? That's huge! They might have. I don't know. We're going to see. I've been looking forward to new art. I was really excited when they put it in last time, so if there's more in there, that's pretty great. Batteries look like they have new art, like. I mean, this one looks the same. The regular battery seems the same. I didn't notice the other one. This actually got a blue coloring to the base of this now. That's different too. All right, those guys got oxygen now. Cleaning's priority uno. I mean, stress isn't really an issue. So when the duplicates come in, their morale requirement's only a 1. So having dirty floors has really no impact on them at all. I mean, we do want to clean it up ultimately because it's not good to have all that stuff laying around. It does create a negative decor effect, but they're not affected by negative decor when their morale requirement's only a 1. So early on, there's really nothing you can do that's going to make them unhappy. You can feed them garbage, all kinds of good stuff. Oh, wait a minute. I wanted to put farm tile in here. Oh, no. Cancel. Man, that power ran out fast. We might suffocate our colony before we ever get anywhere. Oh, I have to go to work. I'll watch the rest later. See you, Ramadog. New colony, yeah. Unfortunately, a black hole ate our last colony. We were clicking on the rocket after it returned from a mission. It was all bugged out, and it kept crashing the whole colony. Did they fix the jetpack lag / path? I'm not sure. I haven't read the patch notes. I really should. They moved the cancel button. They shifted the buttons down here in general. So digging, deconstructing, priority, and canceling, they have all really big, and then these are all like minor activities. Move debris into storage. So they don't call it sweeping anymore. They call it move debris into storage. Mop liquid spills, harvest plants, extract pipe contents, attack poor wild critters, and then disinfect buildings. Can't drop water till it's clean in the basement. Yeah, I guess we should sweep that up. Clean up all that business. I actually need them to dig into over here too. It's the first colony I've got to start on. Please don't run out of air. Is it really the very first one? That's funny. Do you ever use your hotkeys? G, cancel, C? No. Nope. I am the worst person I've ever met for using hotkeys when playing games. It's just like some sort of weird mental block for me. I can't do it. The only one I use consistently is the spacebar. Everything else is about the clicking for me. I don't know why. It's probably why those real-time strategy games are probably a tiny bit more challenging for me than they really should be. Space aliens ate my base. Schedule a few dupes to work at night. We only have 4 dupes. I mean, it's fine. As we start to add more duplicates in, I'll try to pay more attention to the schedules this time. We'll try to get a cycle going so that we have some working during the day, some working at night. Typically, I don't pay a ton of attention to the schedules, but I'll try to focus on that a little bit. Let's go with I really should build a jobs board. I'm gonna go with pressure management a little bit, maybe. Oh no, artistic expression. Look at all the artwork we can get without getting into the advanced research now. That's so cool. Oh, what is this? Carpeted tile, used to build the walls and floors of rooms. Increases decor, contributing to morale. Crown molding tile. That's so cool. I want to see what that looks like. All right, we're gonna build that. Research that decor. Wait, are there wealthy critters? Oh, they probably are. You know, those gassy moos. That's why they're so gassy. They're always eating all that expensive food. All right. You guys got to do a lot of sweeping. Actually, I should go in and look at priorities. Toggle, we want to be a high priority for everybody. Tidying for everybody, well, I don't know. Enable proximity. It tells duplicates to always choose the closest, most urgent errand to perform. When disabled, duplicates will choose between 2 high priority errands based on a hidden priority hierarchy instead. Enabling proximity helps cut down on travel time in areas with lots of high priority errands and is useful for large colonies. All right, let's do that. Our Ritz-Carlton rooms are gonna rock. We'll have to find space for them though. It's gotta have good temperature control, so we're gonna have a nice setup system for that. A good system for oxygen production. Maybe our Ritz-Carlton should even have a swimming pool. Not that the duplicates will ever use it, but you lose run speed bonus with carpeted tiles. Okay, that's cool though. I mean, in their bedrooms though, you can put it in there, and then you don't really care about the run speed so much. I just think it's neat that it's in there. Like, it's like a novelty kind of item. If you do schedules right, you can get your dupes to hot bunk. I don't think so, because they actually get assigned to a bunk bed. They don't just pick one that's open. Unless they've changed that also, but they generally like get assigned to a specific bed, and that's where they go to sleep all the time. Why are you picking up that stuff instead of the things I've told you guys to do? There's no priority on sweeping. Oh. Is the default priority for things 6 now? That's interesting. No, 5s. There we go. Sweep this priority 6. Clean up the bottom there before we do all the rest of it. They'll use the pool, then pee in it. So they're basically like your average tourist. No, the tiny battery is not lasting. It doesn't seem to carry as much of a charge as it used to or something. Or maybe they're not charging up as much. I'm not sure. Uh, 10 kilojoule capacity. I mean, I don't think it's different. I don't know. It's definitely not lasting the way it used to. Let's put this at priority 7. We're going to need oxygen. Breathing is probably going to be an important factor in this colony. If I had to guess. What happened to the 600 cycle colony? We had a black hole bug issue. Every time we clicked on the rocket, it crashed stuff out. So unfortunately, we let that one go. We're starting a new colony. But we're also in the new beta branch, so we're checking out the new quality of life improvements. And there's some cosmetic changes and stuff in here that are kind of neat that we're checking out. Just saw that, but thought it was recovered. Well, I reloaded it a couple times, but every time I tried to deal with it, it just wasn't working. And the thing is, like, that 600 cycle colony, my primary focus in there was the rocket and trying to do rocket missions. And unfortunately, with that not working, it just didn't seem worth it. Harvest food from the space up top. Yeah. I guess, actually, I wanted to... Let's deconstruct these. I'd move those down to this level, I think. We'll put the... let's use dirt, I think, not water, right? Yeah, dirt. I do my research over here, because I want to put some farming in here. We'll start growing some crops as soon as possible. So in food, we have our farm tile. We'll just swap it into here. That'll be farm tile layer number 1. Stations. Put our jobs board over here, I guess. Poor duplicate sleeping on the floor. Let's set this to handle everything. Well, everything edible. Let's not worry about cooking ingredients. We'll rebuild our little system down here. Where's my stations? Can't see. Man, totally blind. I said, good lord. We're going to deconstruct all the wires here, too, because we're just not going to need those if I get rid of all the rest of that. Duplicate time! Who wants to join the colony? This will be duplicate number 5. Again, no promises of anyone surviving. So if you're in the colony, don't get upset at me if you die. You sound like Super Bounce. I get so many comparisons to people that I've never heard of. I have no idea. I think I just have one of those voices. Maybe it's just the fact it's got like that deep tone to it or something. I don't know. Dun, dun, dun. I'd like to volunteer as a Oh, right. Cerberus. Okay. Germ resistant, pacifist. Those are decent traits. Let's go with Cerberus. Bloodmorn. Help if I... Yeah. Just thought I misspelled Bloodmorn there for a second, but I didn't. Good night, Brush. Oh, pick me, pick me. I'd love to have a dupe. I'll happily wear, eat, and sleep in dirt. That's good, because that's all these duplicates are doing. Not me. Crazy Sammy. He's like, I won't sleep in the dirt. You must build the Ritz-Carlton before I can join. No, these are taking forever to clean up that stuff at the bottom here. They're stopping for pleasant chatter on the ladder. I think the problem here is they're running out of air before they get down there. No, they're getting some of it, but it's kind of a tall ladder for them to be hauling stuff up and down. Next one should be me so they can inspect volcanoes. It's gonna be a while before we find any volcanoes. We're kind of like right in the very core beginning again. Let's build these. Oh, these are made of dirt now. We're gonna make these just too high. So we can try to cram in as much as possible. For now, focus on your O2 making machines. Well, we have it there, but they're just... Oh, they don't need to breathe. They're fine. They can hold their breath. Let's cancel the cleanup for a bit. Found a cool Steam geyser. 25 tiles from my printer. Oh, nice. You talking like in your house, or you talking like in your game? Food shortage. Food shortage. What do you mean they want to eat? Pushy duplicates. Food. You have a slush geyser inside your base. How big's your base? Did it start there initially, or... Did you just expand your base to the point where you had one in there? Because that'd be kind of cool too. In the next Dupe Union. What do you think about the PS4 Pro? I think I don't have one, and I've never used one, so I don't have anything to form an informed opinion, I'm afraid. I have an Xbox One X and I have a PC, but I've never had a PS4. So I'm not really in a good position to say anything. You moved it there? Any advice for new players? Probably a lot. I've done a couple of different tutorial videos on it, so I don't want to bore you with it. But a couple things you should focus on first of all is don't try to clean up carbon dioxide. Just give it a place to go. It's going to want to sort itself lower in the sort order than your oxygen is anyway. So just give it a space to go, and then you don't have to worry about it initially. Try to get toilets in place on cycle 1 if possible, so that your duplicates don't pee on the floor, because it's kind of a mess. Control germs early so they don't take over. Have sinks in place for your bathroom. So you're going to want to get access to your water pretty quickly so you can set up your pitcher pump. That way your duplicates don't start to get sick early on from eating food poisoning and stuff, because they will, if they're not washing their hands, they can get sick. It's kind of a nuisance. It's not necessarily going to be deadly, but it's kind of a nuisance if they get sick. I try to research farming stuff relatively early so I can start growing crops early on in the game. That gives me an opportunity to build up a food supply, because as you can see right now, it's dwindling. I didn't move fast enough on this. I spent too much time cleaning up this time, I think. Plant. Yeah, build bathroom cycle 1. If you can get it done, cycle 1, do it. This one was a bit funny because we had water on the level I would normally have built the bathroom, but my duplicates get trapped. They're trapped. We're trapped. We're trapped. Get that dirt out of there. Come on. Stop with the pleasant chit-chat. Do the work. That was a weird noise. Somebody was super excited about something. Okay, research. Let's do artistic expression. We can get all fancy artwork in here soon. Food shortage. Suffocating. Okay, as another piece of advice, don't trap your duplicates this way. It's kind of a nuisance. Dig quickly. Smash that sucker. There you go. You're free. Where is all the oxygen? Yes, I should set priority. Oh, you know what? You guys are going to have trouble breathing through the night, probably. Oh, no, you got a little bit of air. They won't die. So many new things to research. Oh, yeah, there's lots of research. Now, in this instance, like that, the decorative stuff is new and everything, but that's... Other than that, there doesn't seem to be a ton of new things. Just build a ladder for them to climb down. Whatever. It's fine. We got them free. Just dug the way out. It probably would have taken them longer to build ladders and stuff. Alright. I cranked up the priority on our manual generator so that we can try to get a more consistent flow of oxygen here, because they're just not getting enough air consistently right now. The power production out of this and the battery doesn't seem to be supporting the oxygen supply as readily as it used to. I'm not sure if they tweaked something there or if it's just like coincidence. Yeah, it's a new base, Jess. We ran into a black hole bug issue with our other one, and when we were trying to deal with the rocket, it kept crashing the colony. So I just bailed and we started a new one. I set the mouse wheel to 8. Give it enough priority that they'll focus on it. More Renegon generators. Ooh, early colony. Yep. We started this one halfway through the stream, and nobody's cleaning the toilets because I totally... Here's another probably tip for new players. Put the priority for your outhouses really high. Like, set it at a 9. So when it gets dirty, they make a point of going and cleaning them out. Because if you don't, they'll constantly prioritize other tasks above cleaning the toilets the way a normal person might. And in this instance, if they don't clean them, they stop working. And then you get pee all over the floor. Yeah, I'm actually surprised this hasn't broken through at all. It's not even showing any cracks. But there's not much pressure here. It's only a couple tiles worth. It's not like it has, like more of the pressure. But I would have thought it would leak sooner. I mean, between fertilizer and sand, that's not normally very good at holding back water. Nice little cavern up. Yeah, look at all this food and stuff up here. Actually, if we dig our way up here, we can let in the oxygen. And then we can set all these things on harvest. We'll just leave them growing up there for now. They can use that as a food supply. Game crashing, cracking on hold of the rocket, and so on and so forth. Pretty much. The air can't flow up the right-hand side. That might contribute to airflow for O2. Yeah, so ultimately what I'm going to do is have this open on both sides. I was kind of waiting to see what I was going to do with this, because I'm kind of planning to move this water down out of the way. But in the interim, we could just put a ladder like right here. We can fix our flooring in here. Apparently they don't like the food. Rations are not there. Oh, we're down to 0 kilocalories. Well, time to go eat some lice there, people. You got food up top. Go get it. Stop complaining and go get the food. Okay, I should give people jobs. They took our jobs. Okay, who have we got in here that's going to be good at doing things and stuff? Unemployed. Ooh, stuff's changed. I feel like the art student is up a tier higher than it was before. I could be mistaken, though, but it looks like they've changed the order of things a little bit. Let's set everybody to gopher, except for whoever our artist is going to be. Whoops. Rips. Art student. Will be... Nobody has any art skill. How did I not pick an artist? All right, I thought I did. Nobody has any creativity, so I guess Cerberus is going to be our new artist. Jess Stewart with a $2 super chat. May I ask for a dupe name, Dr. Why Not? You potentially can. Give the rest of these guys a job. It took our jobs. RP. BDS. Alright, so they can work on gophering, and we'll get an artist going in here. Let's check out the new artwork. Wow! Look at all those options! Tall blank canvas. That's sweet. We're going to build some of this new stuff. We'll go with this. We're going to go with a wide canvas made out of... Oh, I only have a sandstone right now. I really wish we could put artwork behind the plants and stuff, but you just can't. You just can't. All right, so we'll put a wide canvas over here. We'll do a couple of these. We'll put a smaller blank canvas above here. We don't have any marbles, so we can't do that. A pedestal. Display any single object, doubling its decor value. Objects with negative decor will gain some positive decor when displayed. That is really cool. What on earth would we put on there? Can we put like a flower pot on a pedestal and like double its decor impact? How big is the pedestal? I think we can. That's really cool. It's silly how entertained I am by that. This game's basically caring for little people, giving them essentials. Pretty much. Like, you start off with 3 of these little duplicate guys in the middle of a colony that you don't know anything about. Yokel with diver's lungs. We're gonna need a secondary researcher soon. But none of these people have good intelligence anyway, so this will be Doctor. Why not? Print. Welcome to the colony, Dr. Why Not, the yokel. In this case, Doctor is an ironic name. Put an outhouse on a pedestal. I don't know that you can, but that would be funny. I'm thinking it's for things like flower pots and stuff. I'm very curious. Super curious. Let's put a flower pot on there now, if it will let me. No, I can't. It's got to be an actual object. What on earth would you put on? I wonder if you can find things in the world that are like relics. Flash. Oh no, we're not going the flatulent route again. I hate all that fart gas everywhere. Gamer Girls, $4.99 super chat. If you have room for me, I'd love to be your dupe again. You can call me Susie. Don't let me die. I want to explore space. I make no promises to Gamer Girls. There is never any promises around survival on this colony. That's it. Make this into a colony that consists of those pedestals literally everywhere, period. What do they do decor-wise? Do they do anything? No, they don't do anything on their own. Total decor, well, that's the stuff. So, oh, the pedestal gives plus 5.5 decor. Negative value, minus 39 for debris. You can get a lot of detail now when you mouse over this stuff. Oh, look, new artwork. It's horrible. It looks like they did it with a crayon. But it's cool. Oh, come on. I want to see what's going to be in the tall one now. Oh, yeah, food. Yeah, they can survive on art. They don't need food. Okay, let's get this. I want to get these airflow tiles so we can let some air move around a bit. You click it and it has a user. And oh, that is cool. Weird, but cool. Put a bristleberry on it until it rots and turns it into... Oh, that looks... The mushroom looks like it has a face. Water, nutrient bars. What a weird thing to do with the pedestal. That's kind of cool. We don't have a water cooler yet, so we're just going to put a water bottle on top of the pedestal. I love it, even though the skill's low. I want to see what the new artwork is for the high quality ones. It's called, he's just a bunch of starving artists. Oh, look, it's a Wheezewort. Mediocre painting. I'm ridiculously amused by that. All right, let's get this out of here before this this bug dies. I'm not... I really want... Okay, hold on. I want them to sweep all this so I can dump water down there. I'm gonna plant meal ice in that whole business up there. Does the art determine decor? Well, the art impacts decor. Decor is actually really complicated. There's a lot of stuff that feeds into it, and the art is like the biggest way to improve the decor in a given area, aside from cleaning up. So, like if we look over here, we can see. Where did I have that overlay that was showing me all the decor effects of things? Oh, there we go. Okay, so here you can see for this wash basin, the total decor in this space is +5, but that's a result of +22 from the wash basin, +16.5 from the tile, +5.5 from being next to the pedestal, and then it's got a negative impact of -39 from the debris. So it nets out to only +5. So there's a whole bunch of things that play into the effect. Usually the best way to improve your decor for starters is just to clean up the floors, get all the junk off of it. As you can see there, it's the biggest negative impact. That artwork looks like the Earth and Saturn had a baby planet, lol. It does kind of. Thanks for the super chat, Gamer Girls. I love the duplicate sound effects. They're too cute. Oh, good. They're cleaning up in here finally. Okay, so we're going to drag this one first. We'll try to set this shine bug free, so hopefully it will survive. It's got about 8 cycles left before it drops dead. So we want it to lay an egg. Clay comes up with the weirdest yet oddly fascinating things. Yeah, they are really good at that. I mean, you look at just the stuff that's in this game and Don't Starve, for example. It's just so wacky and novel. I meant different art. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, good question. So this one's a total decor of 82.8, 115.4. Furniture. The trouble is, like, the quality of the painting they produce also impacts the decor. So this one here, the mediocre paintings plus 52.8. This mediocre paintings plus 52.8, plus 70.4. Oh, because it takes up... That's weird. It's actually really hard to tell. Mediocre painting plus 35.2 because it's netting out the average between the paintings. I'm not sure. It looks like they might be producing the same decor value. Paintings 3 netting 52.8 decor. Paintings 4 netting 70.4. Paintings 2 netting 35.2. I'm not sure. It looks like they're producing the same decor value. I love that this is the Space Hamlet. I didn't come up with the name. Someone else did. Can I get a dupe named after me? Also, I wish my computer wasn't toast. I would offer to play a bit of Farm 19. Cut your trees for you. So I realized after the stream that after all that work I did trying to cut those trees down to make space for the cattle pen, it's not big enough for the cattle pasture to even fit. I've got to put it somewhere else completely different. So it was kind of a wasted effort, actually. Kind of killed myself a little bit on that. If they pee on the ladder to the right, they'll pee in the water supply. Yes, they will. But same thing's true over here, ultimately, because we're going to put water down here. My intention is to move the water away from here altogether, and then maybe try to gate it below some sort of like a catch basin. So if they pee on the ladder, it'll catch it in the catch basin. At the moment, they don't really have a reason to pee on the ladders because they've got a bathroom they can go to, but it is dirty, so unless somebody cleans it. That was a bit of a grunty face after the toilet. That one must have hurt. Okay, what do we want to research next? Power regulation, I guess. Need more research. Yep, I just chose it. Sounds very Fox-like thing to do. Hey, Snoops. Trees sell for decent too. Yeah, they do. If there's the, you know, if you get enough of them and stuff, they sell for a decent amount. Most of the crops sell reasonably well also. Crown molding tile. Increase decor. I want to see what this crown molding tile looks like. And what's the deal with it? Used as purely decorative trim for walls and structures. Is it actually a tile, though? Like, can they walk on it? I wonder. Inquiring minds want to know. I want to know if they can walk on it. Make a parking lot instead. What I'm thinking of doing is actually putting the... Oh, that's kind of cool. Wait, did I trap it? I trapped a shine bug in there. Of course I did. Get the shine bug out of the tile. Yep, it's new base. We had a bug with the last one. It's like we were on, what, cycle 624, 625, something like that. And unfortunately, we had a bug with the rocket that kept crashing the colony. So I decided to bail on it and check this out because there's some new stuff they've added in the beta branch. So we're checking that out. Debating on Farm 19, is it worth getting? Well, before I give any opinion, I should tell you that I got a copy of the game free of charge through a video game promoter, so I didn't pay for the game myself. So just bear that in mind. But if you like simulation games, I think you'll like Farming Simulator because it's so detailed. There's so much to do, and apparently it's really heavily supported by the mod community. Farm Simulator 17, which is the one before, apparently was they had like a ton of mods and stuff, and that was like one of the best aspects of the game was all the mods and things apparently. So from my perspective, it's been a fun game so far. The graphics and stuff are great. There's lots to do, lots of complexity. So if you like that kind of thing in a game, you would probably like that. Tip for the new players: while not having a shower, you can set your schedules with an extra downtime instead for the morale boost. Yeah, I guess. But here's the thing. When it comes to morale, you don't really need a morale boost initially. The morale requirement for these duplicates is only a 2. The highest one is 4 at Cerberus because he's our artist. So maintaining morale early in the colony is actually really, really simple because the requirements are just so low. It's as you promote them ahead and the requirements get higher, that's when it gets to be more difficult to keep up with. Thousands of mods for FS17, already a few for 19. Yeah, for sure. They're modding in new equipment. They're modding in like changes to the way the game works. It seems to be really well supported, and it has a really big community behind it. There are new statue blocks, a 1x2, 2x3, as well as a 1x3 metal. Yeah, I saw that. So we're kind of checking out some of the different artwork down here. There's new art images, which is cool. Let's try out one of these new art blocks. I can't actually. These are. No, well, it looked like I didn't have the materials for it. That's weird. So the marble block we don't have any marble for, so we can't do that. Same thing with the metal block. We need refined metals. Ice block, obviously. There's one little piece of coal down here. Somebody sweep that, please. Oh, I see one thing that changed as far as I know, the compost pile. I gotta say, that's a really interesting location to place a compost pile. Oh, this down here? Yeah, I stuck it down here because when it creates the compost, it comes out at such high temperatures. I didn't want the heat up here. Now, as it stands, they probably put it in one of these storage containers. Oh, what have we got in here that's stinking? Oh, I knew they were going to do that to me. Drat. All right. Usually they're like really literal, like you've got to actually choose what goes in these things, but apparently not this time. All right. New duplicates. Let's see. Gastrophobia, so they won't cook. Won't cook or noodle arms. Man, really? +1 learning. All right, I guess that's better than nothing. Let's pick. Well, you can be an Ada, I guess. Got a care buffer. Give her your buff. That's all right. This will be the gamer girls. Print. I want to see what the statue this makes, because this is a new. Oh. They made a heart. Oh, that's an abstract sculpture. Whew. All right, good skill going on there. Look at this new tile. Crown molding tile. What's the decor difference on this? Total decor is 0. But that has 0 also. Well, I guess that makes a difference. I thought the whole point of the crown molding tile was to make stuff prettier. Decor +10. But it's showing 0 decor. It's so weird. I wonder if it's just a bug with the information tooltip for it, or if it's not really terribly effective. I'm kind of disappointed. All right, more research. Internal combustion, automatic controls. Man, you get a lot of stuff now without getting that the advanced research. Sanitation, we can get full lavatories and everything. Can we get liquid pumps? Yeah, we already have that. Let's do that. I think we could build actual like a fully plumbed bathroom early on. Can I print me a girlfriend? Jess, you're funny. Aw, they love sculpting. What's the goal in this game? Not much. Mostly survival. It's a colony management game. So you start off first with these 3 little duplicants that appear inside this asteroid, and you have no idea why you're there or what you're supposed to do, really. But you're basically building out an infrastructure for them to survive. So you research new things for them to build. You dig out and explore your way around the map. So like this is our starting area right now. But if you scroll out, there's all kinds of this space out here that your duplicants can explore and find new research and new resources and things to work with. And basically, you're just surviving. You're just researching, building, trying to make a big complex colony. There's all kinds of like automation and stuff you can build into it. Mostly just fun. We've got starvation going on. All right, there's a muckroot in here we can get. We are only 50%, 50 to 30%, or 50 to 20% on this stuff. That's not good. Up here, these are at like 82. Bristle blossoms aren't growing because there's not illumination, so that's good times. We can't even eat the bristle blossoms actually when we get them. I'm gonna have to make a kitchen, I think. Let's set up a kitchen over here. We'll take this out. We'll get a mush maker going before somebody dies of starvation on me. The core is always 0 inside a solid block. The core is only what you can see. You can't always see inside of... Well, what I was looking at was... Like, when you look at the overlay, you can normally see total decor value for... But I guess it's only in the area around it. So I got the tile right above it. So the crown molding is giving plus 33 for the 3 tiles. So you're getting about plus 10 for each, basically. Shine bugs, plus 60 for having 2 of them. That's nice. Time to make some mushy bars. Yeah, we're gonna need it. Poor, poor, hungry, starving duplicant. Starvation 2. Alright, now we got problems. Still snows at 546 kilocalories. They burn 1,000 a cycle. So if he doesn't eat this cycle, he's toast. Well, isn't that special? I hate making the micro musher this early, but what can do? That's what happens when we bring in a whole bunch of duplicates. Okay, let's set this all at priority 9 because we're gonna need this quick. Snoops with the $2 super chat. Nightbot for Dupe. Thanks for super chat, Snoops. Nightbot for, you know what? Actually, I don't think we've ever had a bot called, or a duplicate called Nightbot. Think to find some muckroot? Well, I did find some muckroot. It's down here, but they just haven't dug it out yet. Oh, new interface. Micro musher recipes. Next order, no workable order. Takes dirt and water. Set this for priority 9. How do I make an infinite number? Is there oh, there's continuous. There we go. Neat. So now I think there's actually an order of priority in this now. So that if they don't have the supplies for this one, they'll go down to build the next one. Kill a hatch for food. You have to cook. Can they eat raw meat? I've never even noticed, actually. I think they might be able to. Consumables. Until I actually have the meat, I can't tell. The trouble is we can't know for certain that he's going to be the one that eats it. 288 kilocalories. They're producing food now, so at least they're eating. They're 400. There we go. We're good. Crisis averted. They're fine. They're just a little starving. It's still good. It's still good. Hashtag Hatch Lives Matter. Over 5 is continuous, by the way. Oh, okay. You can also go, like, backpedal on it, but I just went back 1 and it did the same thing. Let's do sanitation, I guess. Oh, look, we have a hatch egg already. Ooh, it's even a sage hatchling. It's so nasty at making eat the mush bars. No, it uses water, it uses dirt. Let's dig this out. Oh, excuse me. They changed the cooking interface, so now they can cook more than one thing on a station. They won't stop if they run out of ingredients. That's one of the big things that always bugged me, was they would stop cooking. Calories not included, indeed. How much is oxygen not included on Steam? That depends. They had a Steam sale going on at one point. Let's take a look. Now, I'm in Canada, so my price might be a little bit different from yours. But this is probably... This is like my favorite game, to be honest, right? It's $27.99 Canadian. Every now and then they'll have a Steam sale where stuff will be on sale. Like they had this on sale bundled with... Oh, it's 20% off right now. So $22.39 Canadian. So obviously you have to look it up in your own country to see what it is. It might be less if it's in the US dollars, for example. I think the base price in the US is like 20 bucks. It's 22.99 euro. Okay. Yeah, so it's a couple of you have to check your own local area to see, but for me it's 22.39 Canadian right now because it's 20% off. I don't know how long that sale lasts for, but that's what it is currently. Now it's oxygen not included for sure. 7 dupes and 1 mouth breather. Oh, it's fine. They don't need air. Actually, they need a lot of air. I need to swap this battery out for a bigger one if I have it. I do. Deconstruct that. What else? I want to do some more artwork. Let's do some fancy stuff over here in the bathroom. We'll put small sculpting block. Actually, what does this provide decor wise? Small sculpting block effect +5 radius. 8 tiles versus 4 tiles. Okay, so it's a pretty big difference. The large sculpting block is 4 tiles each side, I would imagine. Unless it's just 8 in one direction, in which case that's a lot. So we kind of want that. We'll put the wide blank canvas in here. Oh, this one's actually... oh, okay. The wide blank canvas is 3 tiles wide, not 4. Can I put a small block under it? Oh my gosh, I can. So now you can put statues underneath paintings. That's cool. I like that. Neat. Truthfully speaking, though, I think this game's biggest downside is the fact that there's not a single entity that represents a sense of threat to us entirely. Well, you mean in terms of, like, critters and stuff? Creatures? I guess. This one ultimately becomes man versus nature, the whole thing, as opposed to, like, dealing with any kind of existential animal threat or monster or what have you. So it's really all about, like, servicing all the duplicants' needs and then just kind of building on that complexity as you build the game out. But I guess I could see that. I'm actually I was a little surprised they didn't have any kind of an enemy like that. Nothing that was vicious. Is this game like Fallout Shelter? Yes and no. I mean, with Fallout Shelter, you're constantly repelling enemy threats and stuff that are coming at you. You're just choosing rooms and placing them, and that's what gets built there. This is a little bit more complex than that, in that you're building each individual tile. There's a lot more complexity in what you can make. The things that you research unlock a lot of other things that you can make. It's really complex compared to Fallout Shelter. Eats the enemy, my friend. Yeah, the things do get a little warm. Oh, battery. Since dupes don't seem to age. Well, they definitely don't die of old age, it seems, anyway. In this game, the only threat is CrypticFox. That's right. You'll pay for your impertinence, duplicants. You'll pay. Alright, we got all these guys. That's good. If they can get in here and dig this out, there's some muckroot in there they can have. There's some muckroot up here. I think we're ready to send some more water down below, too. I kind of want it all to blend in. So I'm gonna throw some little ladders in here that can, like, hopscotch across. And we'll dig out the rest of this. Another Dave seems unlikely. There are so many Daves. These are the Daves I know. Oxygen not included. Alien invasion update. I mean, that would be fun. They do have combat ability. I mean, they can kill the little critters and stuff, but... Why are some of the plants being stunted? Well, it depends. Some of them, it's the gas pressure. So what you'll notice in here is because I don't have high concentrations of oxygen yet, little pockets of CO2 are being allowed to drift around a little bit. And those little pockets of CO2, when they pass over the plant, will stifle it momentarily until it passes, and then there's enough pressure from the oxygen. Please build my battery. Starvation. Stop starving. Ooh. Alright. A couple of them didn't eat today. That's interesting. We're not producing... This is priority 8. That was why. I didn't adjust the charging threshold on the battery, so it was only ever charging the little battery up to 50%. And then they were jumping off, so they were constantly having to go back. Let's charge it a little higher, it'll last longer. Time to mop? It is time to mop, you're right. Clean all this up. And for now, we'll throw a bottle emptier here, too. We can dump fresh water down there. Who's the cook? We need a cook. I didn't define anybody as a cook, and I really should. Who's got the best cooking ability? I want somebody who's focused. Arpy, there we go. Arpy's a cook. Congratulations, Arpy. You got promoted to a different job. We'll put Dr. Why Not over here. We'll put the Gamer Girls over here. Let them build up that gopher proficiency. Colony just ran out of dirt. Need to get a mushroom farm running quick. Uh-oh. That's bad. There are limited places to get dirt, so if you're like completely tapped out of dirt, you can cook slime to produce dirt. If you raise slime to the melting temperature, it will turn into dirt. It's just tricky to do that, and it takes time, unless you can like drop it on a volcano or something. And then you just, what are you doing? And then you just have atomic dirt, which is a different problem. Let's see, air systems, filtration, advanced research. We'll unlock this, I guess. Same statue for the tall one. I was hoping they'd build a different one. As they raise their skill in art, their creativity or whatever, hopefully we'll start to see some different statues. You can get to the priorities from any item screen that has priorities. Choose a duplicate. Who did I say I was going to put in here? I said I was going to put somebody in the colony, and I don't remember who it was. I'm scrolling back. Oh, Snoops wanted Nightbot for dupe. Okay, so let's go with mole hands, farming, learning, farming. Unconstructed. Let's go with yokel mole hands. This could be Nightbot. Print. Nightbot for dupe. Oh, set this for fresh water. Actually, I don't really even need to... What the... It just disappeared. Oh, they're picking up the bottles and storing it. All right. You guys do that. Have fun with that. Such a thriving little colony. Every artist has their childish period, yeah. Need a polluted water cistern? Yeah, we do, actually. I'd kind of like to set it outside of things if I can, but... I think we're going to have a little bit of limited options. I need to get this insulated sooner rather than later so we can stop outside heat from coming in too. Where is the insulation in this now? Brew plumbing, distillation, temperature modulation. It's insulated tiles the next one up, so we're going to need a supercomputer before we can get there. I'm not super worried about the polluted air, but I should actually build some airflow tiles. Try to let some of this air move around. That'll get rid of some of the CO2 and let it filter down a little easier. Oh my gosh, enough of the starvation already. Sorry, I'm still stuck on your earlier live stream on Farm 19. You gave me a lot of chuckles. Every time we were at the shop, I was like, get a forklift! And laughed at the time. The lime bottle flip. Oh, yeah. I should get a forklift. Like the cook sleeping down here on the floor. Poor Arpy. That was fun. There weren't that many people watching the stream this morning, but it was fun to play. Okay, let's maybe start working on some furniture for our duplicants. We can get them off the floor. I feel a little bad that we've kind of got them all stuck down there. We're gonna need at least 2 layers here for the bedroom. We'll give them some airflow tiles so stuff can flow through a little bit. Oh, that's a waste of one. I should really make this bathroom bigger, but we're gonna rework it anyway, because once we get like regular plumbing, that whole bathroom can get swapped out. Okay, dig the rest of this out. Oh man, we need somebody to do some mining. Actually, how hot is it up here? It's a little warm. It's a tiny bit warm, but not too bad. Careful with the bottle emptier. When you find some polluted water, it will suddenly turn on you, and you'll get pee water in your fresh water. Well, I have this set for specifically for clean water instead of polluted water. Unless you're saying there's a bug there somewhere where it just randomly changes the type of bottling that it does, in which case that really bites. Okay, we're ready for some more water movement. Let's get this out of here. Starvation. Pity the poor dupe, they'll have to sleep right above the outhouse and the only airflow top between them. Yeah. Ruh-roh. That's okay, he can take it. I want that mirth leaf. It doesn't seem to be as good as the bristle or the bluff briar. Bluff briar gives plus 15, and this gives plus 15. Oh, that's funny. I could have sworn when I clicked on it before, the bluff briar was giving plus 20, but maybe it had some other stuff around it positively impacting the decor value. Chef's getting. Why are you down there? Hold on a second. I didn't do something with the jobs. Forgot to auto prioritize. That's what's going wrong. All right. New Soul Sam. We need to change your job around. New Soul Sam, we wanted you on research, and I didn't do it because reasons. Okay, so that's fine. That's fine. Sous chef, we want that to be your primary. Everyone else, I guess, is okay. Oh, and toggles we have maxed out, so that's fine. Life support. Support the set the party to life support Aaron type colony wide. Yeah, we'll leave that for now. There we go. Put in top door or no bedroom? I have a door there. We have to put something up here though. That's gonna be a problem. Well, we'll see. It might reach. Oh yeah, I didn't put. I didn't put. Whoops. We might need the. Might need this. There we go. They can finally sleep comfortably again. Okay, so in here now. What I want to do is dig this loose and let all the water that's up here dump down here now too. Okay, get out of the water. Stop playing in the water. I was gonna build a ladder up and let them go down and climb up, but I bet you the water would come down here and block it off, and then it'd be trapped. They're like, no, I can't swim. We'll send them this way though. And then from here, I'll have them dig a channel up this way, 3 tiles high. I can dig all that out. We'll let this water flow down here, and then we'll move our pitcher pump. And I'll end up setting an actual... I'll set a water pump down here, and we'll send that up to the kitchen. We'll have a little reservoir here to produce water for the kitchen. New plant. What can I do with carbon dioxide geyser? Yeah, the CO2 geyser you can't do a ton with. I mean, you could try like cooling the CO2 and using it as a gas coolant for things, but it's not terribly efficient. So I don't know. The CO2 geyser is kind of a waste. Might flood your compost when you open the next water. I might. You're right. It's gonna be close. It's pretty spread out here, but you're right. It might flood it. Sleeping on the ladder. Darn, that is narcoleptics. Okay, let's get some more artwork in here. I'm really curious if they added any different paintings for like the core paintings. Throw some mini sculpting wall. I love that these ones are short. That's awesome. Bit of a hodgepodge mix there, but whatever. Is one oxygen producing machine enough for 8 dupes? Yeah. I mean, it's not great. You're not going to get really high quality oxygen levels. We'll need to add another one soon. It's really more about like the size of the space it has to disperse the oxygen into. Like the larger it is, the harder it is to keep the pressure up enough, but... Flooded hot garbage. Here's an idea for the future that might be helpful. The next time you find an intact circle of abyssallite, don't poke too many holes. Use it to contain your furnaces and other spicy stuff. Oh yeah, that'd be a good idea. Just like make an entryway kind of thing. That could be handy. Really, the whole thing is like trying to dissipate some of the heat though too, so the machine itself doesn't break. We're gonna need somebody who does mining. We have Stillstone and BDS Empire already, so let's... Nightbot is a good miner. Nightbot doesn't have a job, so we'll move Nightbot up there. They changed the symbol now, too, which shows a little hard hat to show that you don't have someone with that job. Need a coffee geyser? Oh, yeah, you and me both. Set it up right in my kitchen. I wanted a skill level to go up in... Oh, it's quaint now. Oh, that was quaint already. I want a skill level to go up so we can actually get some different artwork. Hopefully all the streaming today isn't bad for your back. Yeah, I hope not too. Be bad news if it was. If it were my base, I'd seal off the big camera on the top. What's this? This here, you mean? Well, I'm using it... Well, I was using it to grow things, but it's actually all stifling now. It's full of CO2 and stuff. There's this funny little lip here blocking gases in. I should... Well, if I can move the water, then I really should have another oxygen-producing system on this side. I'm gonna wind up moving that micro musher too, because I want to have a clean kitchen where they can wash their hands before they prepare the food. Okay, let's go with air systems, I guess. Oh, that starvation alert is getting annoying. No workable order. Next order, no workable order. Is no one preparing food? Where's our chef? Our chef is doing everything but preparing food right now. Even though that's his #1 job. Why is he doing art? Okay, hold on. You know what it is? I think I did the... It's because I checked off proximity jobs. They're picking the nearest job and tackling it instead of focusing on the ones that are actually their core focus. Why aren't you cooking? Just cook stuff. Now it's going. Except it's... Seriously? I think the priorities are messed up. Because the job should prioritize the person that has it set as their core function. RP's our core cook. Curiouser and curiouser. Alright. Well, at least your chef's not cooking meth. Well, I suppose there's that. Next thing you know, the chef's in the bathroom stirring something up in the toilet. Avoid infinite recipes for now. Yeah. Is it a little buggy at the moment? I mean, it seemed like I had to recycle it back through and get back to infinite, so it would say that there was an order ready to go. But it's still not the chef that's doing the job. It's somebody else. The chef's busy, like... He's playing Gopher. Now he's doing research. What? What? Okay, we need to change that around. That's not working for me at all. Our researcher should be the one focused on the research. But he's not. Everybody else needs to be negative priority on research. And then for cooking, I want everyone else to be negative priority on cooking except for our chef. This is... I shouldn't have to do this, though. This is weird. Lawyer, chefs, digging, and other building priority. I mean, the thing is, like, having the cooking as the highest priority should lead him there. There we go. Should lead him there automatically. I think the trouble was other duplicates were picking up the job at the same priority level or better than his, which just makes no sense. Same thing for the artwork, actually. Where's our artwork? Everyone needs to be on a negative for artwork except for our art student, who should have that as the priority. There. Weird. Alright, another duplicate. Let's see. Who wants to join the colony? Yeah, RP is cooking now, finally. I think there's a bug with cooking. The food order reset itself every time the power went out in my game. Yeah, it seems like it was kind of doing that to me too. But it's also the duplicates aren't prioritizing things right. So this is beta branch, so you're gonna find little bugs and stuff. It happens. Not that big a deal. Hopefully they'll get it all sorted out before they move it to the core part of the game, which I think is just in a couple weeks. Ah, the poor dude was going to night school to better themselves. Now they've been kicked out of research and have to go to pick up dirt again. Abriel, all right. Let's see. Pacifist, mole hands, bottomless stomach, uncultured. All right, let's go this way. Abriel Nexus. Perfect. Print. Welcome to the colony. Aw, they got new friends. They're all excited. I get so happy when they have new friends. Okay, so maybe we'll stop making all these derpy sculptures and stuff now that for artist is the one who's actually focusing on the art. That's a novel concept. Dig all that up. Ah, look at that. It didn't flood. Nice. It's hovering like right above it. And then we'll put a pitcher pump in here. It's kind of sloppy, but we'll clean it up. We'll try to contain the water in a way that they're less likely to spill stuff in it as well. And we'll get that all sorted. It's actually getting pretty late. It's after 12:30 my time. I think I'm gonna call it a wrap for today. Unfortunately, we didn't get to do much with the rocket today because it was all bugged out. I was kind of looking forward to like getting some farther and farther missions with our rocket, but we do have a new colony on the go. There's some cool new stuff here we can check out. I love the new artwork and things, and we'll find out a little bit more about what's going on in the beta branch. I'll go make sure I read the patch notes this time so I actually have a clue of what's going on in there. We'll be back again on Tuesday to play some more Oxygen Unincluded. Tomorrow night, I'm going to be playing Hollow Knight at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. And then on Saturday, we're going to play some more Frostpunk. So if you haven't seen Frostpunk before and you like this game, you might like Frostpunk as well. It's, again, a colony management style game, although very different in style and flavor. So feel free to come hang out for that. Thanks again, everyone, for the Super Chats tonight. I appreciate it as always. Thank you for hanging out with me this evening. I'm, as always, CrypticFox. I'll see all of you next time.